Hey YouTube, hope everybody had a great weekend, but I am back with another anxiety coping method, or putting another anxiety coping method to the test. Now, so far I have done journaling, following a daily routine, sort of technically going to the gym, and most recently mindfulness. I kind of feel like I should do an update on all of those coping methods to sort of touch base on where I'm at, which ones I'm continuing to use or not use, or modify to better meet my needs. But the next coping method that I am going to put to the test is deep breathing. Now, I will be honest, deep breathing or breathing exercises in general was not the direction that I wanted to go for my next coping method, because even though breathing exercises do seem like the gold standard of coping methods, I think for me, there are other coping methods that seem like they'd be more useful to me in my situation. I don't know, it's just every time I'm having anxiety or in an anxiety-inducing situation, all anyone ever says to me is, breathe, just take a deep breath. And I don't know, it's like someone telling you to calm down. In the moment, it just kind of pisses you off. Like, gee, why didn't I think of that? Not that it doesn't make sense when you think about it. If you've ever been in a stressed or anxious state, whether or not you have anxiety, you're probably taking quick, shallow breaths. So it would make sense that doing the opposite, taking slow, deep breaths, would have the opposite effect and decrease the anxiety symptoms, therefore decreasing anxiety. But especially when you have anxiety, and especially when you're in a really triggering situation, it's really hard to worry about your breathing. You're in your head, you're in the moment. And I know it's just breathing, something that we all do naturally. But it's really freaking hard to focus on and control your breathing when you're in that state, because sort of like the mindfulness exercise I talked about a couple weeks ago, you need to be conscious of something that you're normally unconscious of and do something that feels opposite to what feels normal, because like I said, when you're in an anxious state, it feels normal to breathe quick and shallow and very unnatural to take slow, deep breaths. So the reason I am focusing on breathing, specifically deep breathing this week, is because I'm reading this book called 52 Small Changes, 1 Year to a Happier, Healthier You. I started reading this book a couple months back, not really for anxiety, but I was and still am at a place in my life where I don't feel particularly happy or healthy, and my mental health is just one part of it. So now I'm on week 12 of the book, and this week's change is to incorporate deep breathing, so I thought, what better time to focus on breathing than now? Granted, this is a bit different than breathing exercises specifically for anxiety, and I will get to that eventually. But nonetheless, practicing deep breathing is supposed to decrease the stress response, and since stress is a precursor to anxiety, guess what? That's right. In theory, this should also reduce anxiety. Plus, I do like the idea of carving out time to practice this daily, because it allows you to become conscious of and aware of your breathing in a less stressed or anxious state, so that when I do need to practice breathing or focus on deep breathing when I am in a high anxiety situation, it shouldn't feel so unnatural. So you want to focus on belly breathing as opposed to chest breathing for this exercise. And you'll know you're doing it right because you'll feel your belly expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. But otherwise, the concept is pretty simple. Keep one hand on your stomach, breathe in through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. They usually recommend inhaling and exhaling for a count of 4 or 5 or 8, but I say just do what feels comfortable and don't force yourself, as long as you're focused on breathing slowly and deeply and not rushing through it. So you do this about 10 times and you're done. So maybe less than a minute or two a day. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to carve out time this week every day to do this, thinking in the mornings before work, and we'll see. Will it have any impact on my stress or anxiety levels? Only one way to find out. And the only way that you'll find out is to subscribe so you don't miss the update or future videos. And if you like this video, please like and share it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.